Welcome, welcome. So, slight technical difficulties, but now I am back up and running free. Yeah. Okay. So, another go. Let's see how this works out. Alrighty then. Just a sec. What can I expect from of the weekend? What can I expect on the weekend? Welcome to Lunaku Tarot. Say hi when you come, say bye when you go. It's polite and it's nice. I try to do so as well. So, what is the general? What can I expect from of the weekend? Let's see. I take one card. See what it is. But mm, what can I expect? It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit more rowdy than you thought. It's not going to be like if you had some kind of ideas that you will spend it on your own, or on the other hand, that you will feel good just being on your by yourself. That's not gonna happen, I think. And if you I also think that there might have been this kind of like feel good thing going on for the weekend, that it's gonna be really nice feel good, but I think it might be a little bit turning to upside down. It's gonna go in its head a little bit. So of course everything, it depends on your own, on what you do, how you see things. So it ain't, I'm saying that basically it's not going to be the nice thing that, I'm sorry to say, but it's not going to be the nice weekend that you were expecting. You're not gonna feel so good about it that you don't. It's gonna be at minimum like way less feel good that you had in mind. Maybe this was a free weekend and you are gonna were expecting more, but somehow the cups will be empty, meaning that maybe you just don't have the emotional energy to, maybe you're just so tired that you just basically gonna sleep or something, sleep in the whole weekend. So, but anyway, I think it's, sorry to tell you, but that's not gonna be minimum. It's gonna be like, it's not so good that you expected. It would be nice to say really, really nice things and all that, but I think it's a bit of a disappointment would be the right. If it would have been the other way around, then I would find it different. So minimum, yeah, not what expected. Bit of a disappointment. Yes, sorry to say. Let's see next. What's holding me back on this situation? Hmm. No. So we have a little bit of a ritual going on here. Or I have, hop, it, the fool jump out of the deck. What's holding me back? Let's see. For this past, present, and future. So, past. Well, the fool jump out of the deck. So basically there has been something, how surprising with the Fool is like it's fresh new start. It can mean that you are naive, you are kind of fearless, also a bit foolish could be. You are rushing in, you are being very positive. So I somehow get this impression with this that you had a went on with positive emotions, and then you have Eight of Cups, and then you have the Hanged Man. So I think you were like, farewell, mother and father. I am now going to my life adventure. So basically, it's like you had all the good things in your mind and thinking that you are gonna go, and you are just saying bye bye, and then you're gonna move. But somehow I see this Fool here, and then there's the guy with the stick walking. So it's like the Fool turns from the past. The Finnish, funny enough, the Finnish name is Haaveilija, which would mean like uh, the dreamer, which is kind of funny. Also fits here. So I think you had your expectations and you were really like willing to go for it and go the extra mile or kilometer or whatever you want to say. But this ends up that you have not felt so good about it. Something then you were not maybe ready quite. Uh, what then came about? You have the sun and the moon on there, so the planets in the sky participating. So basically, um, I think somehow you felt like your dream became a bit of a nightmare, and now you want to get rid of it. And the eight, the next step would be the nine. Well, that would be the Nine of Cups, though, in that case. But I see that this is the same, like the happy, joyous, young character turning into a little bit like this person who just wants to head for the mountains. Maybe to meditate, maybe it's not bad at all. So, and the future would bring the Hanged Man. So basically, I would say that what's holding you back is that the things didn't quite turn out in this situation how you wanted, and you got disappointed. And then I think that's happening kind of like now. And what is holding you back also in the future is like you are unable to decide what to do. You're a little bit between heaven and earth, like the Hangman is. So you're sort of looking for some enlightenment in this situation, and that's of course good, but you cannot hang there. The blood will go to your head. It's probably not healthy. So uh, I think you have to in the future get over the disappointment of this situation that have it's like emotional thing that have been going through. So I think it's also like it's with the Hangman also in that sense is that this um, you would have to sort of test your strength in your feelings, and this is like your inner world and inner feelings that you decide that you can affect the disappointment situation, and when you can let it go, then you will learn, you will go to the Hangman, and then that gives you, if you can, that will set you free. So the there's a disappointment that is seriously holding you back, and that has the uh, like the future of this can easily lead to this that you sort of gonna end up hanging, that you are not gonna able to move one way or the other, and you are not to wanna sacrifice anything, you don't wanna change your perspective. That's the danger. Or the other way is that you can change your perspective. So basically, there's a disappointment that is you started fresh, and that didn't turn out the way you wanted at all. So I think the situation is like the disappointment is at the moment not so small, but if you let this continue, the situation like this, then in good and in bad, you end up in the hangman, and being, hanging upside down too long will make your head kind of clothed. The blood goes to your head, won't feel really nice. So I would be careful in this. So I'm not sure if I would recommend letting it go till here in the future. And like I said, this is how it's going now, and if you let this continue, you will be here. And then you would see yourself, if you look at the hangman, what it would mean to you. Would it mean to you that that is the right place that you want to go into or not? And if it's not, that probably means that you would know from yourself that that's going to be something that you're going to spend there a lot of time in this. So a disappointment is holding you back. That things didn't quite turn out how you want. I think you wanted like a fresh beginning, and it just, we're all pumped up about it, but then somehow it just didn't. It's like a dream turning into a nightmare. And it could be also that this is just, the fool is still like that. That was a serious thing. It's not like a small minor thing in a sense. It's a big, sort of like a big move. So maybe the point is that what is trying to be said here is that um, the decision and the movement that you made was big, but now what you are feeling is real, of course. You feel that, you feel that. Who am I or who anyone else to say that you cannot feel that or you don't feel that? But maybe you could also think that if you let this turn your dream into a nightmare, then you will end up with the hangman and be the hangman. And then that probably is not really where you are wanting to go if you want to make this what you have going on reality and stop. So I don't think it's quite the nightmare that you think. Maybe you should, in that sense, put yourself to the hangman's shoes and hang in there, and don't stay. So there is a danger that you destroy this. So be careful. Let's take a card for you as an advice. Also, would be. I wouldn't basically. That's the Knight of Pentacles upside down. So I wouldn't stay still too much in a sense, and also uh, I wouldn't let go of a consistency that you have worked on before with the dream that you have been going, that seems to be turning into a nightmare, which is not quite as it is. So don't be consistent. Keep, I would say, continue doing. You were doing good. This is not so big deal what you think it is. Okay, it's gonna turn. It has the possibility that you could just change your, probably your own attitude a little bit, and that will help them. Let's see. Where should I go on vacation? Okay, let's see that. This we don't like too much. No. Okay. Let's take one card first. Okay, where should I go on vacation? What we get from the cards? Well, the devil upside down. Um, this case, I would forget the nude beast beach, or the hedonism 1 or 2 or something like this. I think this is not time also for like extreme sports or anything. I think um, I think I would stay away from temptations because the vacation could be turning into a bit of a bacchanal of, I don't know, Saturnian mist or something. So I would stay away from like hedonistic things, and probably, for example, like Ibiza is not gonna be the place to go, or many others, I would think. So basically, somewhere uh, which is not here. So yeah, skip the nude beach. Uh, it's not time for a 24/7 party. I think that would be needed is more like some kind of more calmer retreat. Maybe even something related to spiritual things. Rather, that would be like a some kind of self improvement healing thing. I think that might be time for that. Maybe you've been having a good time all the time, depending what you define good time. But good time at some point for me, for example, would have meant to spending my hours in the night in establishments serving certain beverages that intoxicate you, and all sorts of things that happen with this after. So I don't think it's time for a party, schools out, spring break kind of, you know, animal, party animal. And I think it's not time for to be a party animal. That's what I think. Where should you go? Go somewhere calm. Skip the nude beach. But in a sense, there's nothing wrong with that, the beach. But somehow, like pool party naked and stuff. No, I don't think this is what you need now. So you should go more like, let's see, still. Well, I would say don't think about only yourself. Or it's like don't go alone. Somewhere where is water, by the sea maybe. Still, okay. Okay, just Okay, so this is interesting. All sorts of things happening that require one's attention. So, mhm, what is the thing that I need to take in count during the summer? What I need to take count during the summer? Let's see. Okay, just one. And I do do readings with not just one card, but here this is pretty convenient. Oh, wait. Mm, I think what you need to take in count during the summer is like um, I wouldn't get too creative with money, and like to keep in mind that uh, even if you are doing could be doing pretty okay, and that you can make some moves to make things move the way you want money wise and stuff, but I wouldn't get too creative with it. That's what I'm thinking. And I wouldn't go to a point that I would have to start borrowing money from others. Like, probably that is a road to ruin. So pay attention with your spending, I think would be the case also. And put little bit pay attention where do you put your money. I would think that even if you've been known to create the wealth, the money from somewhere, but maybe now is not the time. Seeing that, no, I wouldn't try to control yourself and don't try to make too complicated like things with money. Okay, is Tommy the right business partner for me? Well, see, not we get. Not that we don't. I don't like that too much. Is Tommy the right business partner for me? Hmm. Let's see what we get with this sort of one card. Now we have the Six of Cups. So I think you have since the past sort of like a mm, some kind of emotional attachment to this person, and that it's okay and it feels good and all that. Uh, is he the right business partner? I think you have sort of chosen him and you're gonna go with him because that feels you kind of decided that that feels good that he would be the one. So let's see what we would get more where it says uh, well, ten of clubs, 10 of swords. So good that we took this because I don't like that these are whatever way they are there. I think uh, I think it's gonna be that you just feel that this he is the right one, but in the end, I think he might not be taking care of his own end, and you would be disappointed into something that happens. So he's not exactly the right one. So, but it seems for me that you feel that this is how it needs to be, and nevertheless, that you know yourself that that probably is not the best choice. Maybe the point is that you have a history and you don't really have a choice. So that could be it. But I don't like the tens here in the down in that sense that that doesn't give me whatever way these cards are in here, because they're like clarification for this. Uh, it's like sort of the wheel of fortune is broken. I don't know. I get this kind of vibe, meaning that I don't think you're gonna get lucky with him in your business in a sense. So if you're gonna go with how you feel and you are, I think you're making an emotional decision in your business in this, you can expect some problems. Maybe not if this, maybe if this would be this way, I think that might be like worse. We could consider that the energy of this and what it gives when it's this way, it's like a little bit less. Somebody could consider it blocked or however you want to consider it, but I think no. This is an emotional choice and it's not based on like a logic and reasoning how maybe business should be. So you're making these business decisions with the feeling. So if he's the right business partner, and yeah, and might be actually that it feels good. Maybe I don't know, laugh at his jokes or he's really nice guy. But I, as a business partner, I would have to say like after all this, maybe I don't think it is the right one. No. But like I said, maybe you don't have an option. Maybe you just made your mind up your mind. But be prepared then to this that things might not quite roll the way you wanted them to. Okay. See, we have time for one more or something like this, I think. What advice the card would like to would give what advice would the card give in my situation? Okay. Let's say kind of here. You take past, present, future, and an advice separately here. Let's see what we get. Okay. Past, two of swords. Present, five of swords. Future, eight of pentacles. So what would the cards give you advice to your situation? I think you have not been in the inner circle, so to speak. I think things might have taken a turn in the past that were due to lack of information, that uh, you kind of fell on your head. After being stuck, you feel in your head. Then there has, I think, at the moment there is something ongoing, which is not quite of a battle, but it's like, well, many places you could find that the five of swords would mean something like it's a battle that are you sure you wanna, maybe you should pick your battles, and this could be a battle that you, even if you win, doesn't really feel like you won. So I think this is like you would need advice from someone could be who would be a like sort of professional in this field. Well, it can be, mm, maybe you get enough advice from the cards. The cards usually suggest like what you could do, or I would say like would like to think that at least they could point you out to the right direction. So at the moment, yeah, maybe this is the advice you needed, that you are the one is looking at to this, to the past. You are looking at the situation when you were maybe like even betrayed. So you have to think what is worth your time. Maybe you need to ask an advice from a friend still, or even a specialist in this case. This is related, well, it's the air cards, these two, like the swords, mind, logic, all that. So basically, I think at the moment you should be thinking is it gonna be worth your time to go back and to maybe have a revenge and like get back to this what has happened to you here? But anyway, in the future, I see that there is like something that there's a new thing, and it's gonna be built from the level down, from the like a pretty hands-on. That whatever it is that's gonna be built, you have to do it with your bare hands also. And the advice, interestingly enough, is the death upside down. But don't get too alarmed. Well, the death would mean advice. Well, the death would mean usually like a huge change. It could mean somebody's death, exactly. Uh, Now I get some kind of impression from this that basically this would be talking about some kind of matter that the person has died, and it's about a will or a testament, an inheritance, and then somebody tried to screw you over with it, or you were not really in the know how things have been done, and you have been like upset about this, and you want, I don't know if you want to sue someone, basically, and this needs like ground up work, the whole situation to get the money and everything like flowing normal. So I would say that the advice is like, I wouldn't, let's say that if you want to have this fight and you're going to go after the people and the situation, what has been happened or what's been maybe done to you, I wouldn't still expect a huge change in that it will be, and it's not going to be swift. Maybe you think you can, like in here you have the guy who's basically waved the sword, and then has everybody's sword and people are like leaving. So even if you could do it, that won't be satisfactory for you. So basically, that would be the case. So if you that there is not going to be a big change if you do what you're planning to do. I think at the moment, maybe you're pissed off a little bit, not just, well, at least to some degree. Anyway, it will. This will all lead. This will be leading to something that will take time. And if you are gonna go through with that, that also means that you have to find the way and the stuff to get it running, right? So I wouldn't expect too much. Maybe it's not even the right thing to do at the moment. Okay, I think that starts to be pretty much what I can do at this heat wavish evening from Finland up north. We have nearly plus 30 centi Celsius, almost plus 30 Celsius, and that's pretty warm. So it's, I am not quite so used to this. So it's a bit heavy, but I don't complain. We have darkness and cold here all the time otherwise. So now I am very happy about it, but it is a little bit unexpected that it's this much warmth. So, but yeah, I'm gonna upload a video which is gonna be as soon as I can finish it. It's gonna tell a little bit about my background and how did I end up doing this and what I've been doing, and maybe even shedding some light who the hell I am. So I will leave you with a card, and this will be advice till the next reading to whatever you can get out of it. Let's see. Yes, we'll take one card here. And that's the advice for till the next reading, which is going to be, by all intents and purposes, tomorrow on Saturday, maybe a bit earlier. Hey, this has been, I have seen this card today otherwise. So King of Cups. So you look at this guy, where he's sitting, what he's wearing, what he's having in his hand. He has a crown. What kind of is that? What is the background? What colors are used in the shoes, the robes, and then think, what is he thinking? Where is he? And what is the throne like? He has a scepter, and how would you relate it to the near cards? For example, to the page and to the no, sorry, the knight and to the queen. Uh, well, at least to the queen and maybe to the ace of cups. So there is that. Otherwise, you could consider how that could be related to the emperor, and if it would be emperor of feelings, emperor of water, emperor of cups. That could be one idea, uh, for example. And whatever you can get out of this, and put some comments here. What you got from the uh, king of cups. So that will give me some new insight as well. Several minds think better than only one. Okay, I leave you with the king. With the king. And this is your advice till the next reading. So, have a pleasant night and see you in the future.